Hello and welcome to Wild Logic. We're going to be doing a reading, but we're going to be starting off with a reading. We're going to be doing a tarot reading, but we're going to be starting off with a book reading from the Tao Te Ching, translation by Stephen Mitchell, some ancient wisdom, pocket edition. I love this little book. This is number 71, which I've been seeing 17s all morning, my friends. Energy and change and spiritual wisdom. So here's the passage that is presenting itself for us. Not knowing is true knowledge. Presuming to know is a disease. First realize that you are sick, then you can move toward health. The master is her own physician. She has healed herself of all knowing. Thus she is truly whole. Obviously, my dear friends, this is not medical advice. Do what is right for you. But what this is speaking to is this culture that we have where we think we know everything and it blocks our clarity. We can't see through our own lens. Right? We have this constant energy, this constant initiation of like, I know, I need to know. However, the truth is there is so much beautiful mystery to life. And I mean, it's okay to know things, but what can be known and what can't be known is the wisdom, right? How you parse that out. The certainty blocks us from the moment. It blocks us from our own evolution. And so here again, we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom. This card has been showing up quite a bit lately. So it's good to see it again. And it represents the self in this. This new energy. Ooh, and it's reciprocal. Because you are starting to see what can be known and can't be known. It is opening up the flow of energy. You're no longer seeing the world in the same way. You are opening up to this new vision, and it's unlocking the alchemist in your mind and emotions. Right? So you are marching to the beat of your own drummer, and it is bringing in this new message of love that comes from a deep well. Here's this little stream, but that stream is coming from a deep source, and this Knight of Cups is coming from that stream of knowledge. And it is, all of this is leading to the fact that there is this Empress energy coming in that it had been blocked before, but now it is coming in, and you're starting to understand this way what has been spoken in this passage. Not knowing is the true knowledge. The Empress is in this receptive mode, right, where she is accepting what is coming in, and she is not in this mode of the old story of the world where she's hustling. She is healing herself. This energy of the Empress is coming in to heal yourself and know that you are whole. This previous cycle of the world, you are rejecting it. You're accepting that it happened, but you are moving past it. You are moving beyond it. The cycle is complete for you, and you can now see clearly what has come to be and what will be moving forward. Right? How to move through these things with this message of a new type of love that comes from this deeper well, where we can alchemize our thoughts and emotions into a new vision of like true reciprocity. And where is, oh my goodness, my other new book? It's not here right now, I don't think. But, oh yes, here we go. Reciprocity. Every time these cards come up, I think of this. Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World by Robin Wall Kimmer. It's beautiful. I'm reading it slowly. Robin Wall Kimmer is a real gift to the world. I really recommend you checking out her work. She comes from indigenous traditions of the Americas, and also a scientific background. So she is fusing. There is this giving and receiving, but all flourishing is mutual. And she makes really strong arguments for it in this book. I highly recommend it. And so messages like that will turn this old story on its head and start to integrate a whole new vision of what is it to be love on this planet. Is it to look cute on social media? I mean, I don't think so, but that is up to you. Or is it something more ancient and reciprocal that is aligned with the energy of this planet and honors all life? Maybe it's more that. Maybe I have an opinion there. Okay, friends, let's get some more messages. Let's see what else is there for us today. What kind of messages can we get to thicken this web here? Lead your metamorphosis, okay? So with this magician and the world, the message is to take charge, to be the person that understands how the material world, thoughts and emotions, the world of the story, the world of energy, the world of action, all of this comes together. So you are going to take charge of that. You're no longer gonna let other messages, other stories guide you, because your soul is on fire. And every single reading this card comes up. So I think there's a lot going on out there for y'all. This is actually, we got some Empress and Strength energy. So it is a very strong Divine Feminine. And here we have your soul shines. And this is the balance, the 3, the 4, the yin yang, right? Coming together. You are on fire. And here we have the Devil, the distraction of shiny things. This is the old story, right? And just this, the past supports your future is coming through as well. And actually this wants to come in. This is karmic justice. We see how this all works, right? We see the distraction of shining things and we're like, nope, we are going to walk to the beat of our own music. We see how this works now. And we are going to now work with the rhythm and energy of the planet. We are getting back to elemental. And we know that we are the Empress. We give and receive with this planet, regardless of gender. This is this yin energy that has been masked just across the board. So no matter who you are, true receiving, okay? This reciprocal receiving that does not diminish the other, that isn't taking away people's ability to lead happy lives. It's the kind of taking where a bird eats a service berry and it digests it, and then that bird poops it out, and it's part of the process of more service berries coming to life, right? So that is this karmic justice reciprocity. But when we flatten the land and kill everything and try and control everything and plant gardens that are not in the service of all life, then we are distracted by the surface. Okay, friends. So this is, wow, I can't believe I haven't really directly talked about this yet, but aesthetics. Okay, so I'm an artist. I teach digital media. Aesthetics. We are living in an age where the surface runs supreme, but it never is just a surface. That is just not true. There is always something deeper, even if you're not attending to it. Aesthetics should be mirrored with what's underneath. That should be part of the puzzle. So if it's just pretty, but it's destructive and cruel, it's not it's not good. It's just not good. That's a false sweetness. We have tried to separate the aesthetic from the meaning, but they always go together. No matter how much advertising and convincing you've been given, no. Like, if the person's cruel, but they make pretty things, their pretty things have some kind of cruelty embedded in it. And it's time to start to figure this stuff out. If the garden is very pretty, but it is not in service, except for maybe some bees get like a little bit of nectar, I'm sorry, friends, that is not an ecosystem. It's like a snack for someone at like a very specific point in their life cycle, and it's not going to nourish life on this planet. And these aesthetics are changing, and here this color keeps coming out. And I love this with the magician and leading your metamorphosis. Learn, my friends, dig deep. No longer just go with what's on the surface. It is time to dig in. You want a truthful, beautiful life? Go deep. And on a platform like YouTube, there's plenty of both, right? And I would say take what you find here and go deeper into it. Find, and I will be starting to feature more books and everything that I like to go deeper. I mean, I guess since I'm mentioning that, one of my favorite authors right now is a journalist, and journalism, man, it is tough to be a journalist these days. And Johann Hari is one of my favorites. He wrote Chasing the Scream first, which is about addiction, but he has written so many incredible books. I have read them all except for the very end of this book, because sometimes I just crave that. Oh my gosh. And then we have bell hooks. Okay. One of the things I'm debating is, do I do affiliate links with Amazon? Because I do not align myself with the practices of Amazon, but I'm not against the flow of old systems coming towards people that are trying to transform things. So I probably will. So I need to figure that out, because I'm going to be offering a lot of books. So go deeper, dig deep, friends. Follow those threads and really start to read and nourish your mind, because the muse, it's going to give you this fire for your soul. It's going to fire you up in ways that you cannot even imagine. This has been my life, where I navigate through this world of media and experiences. And there are moments where I am just, my fire is dim. And there's for a lot of reasons. Sometimes we need to go within and restore. But a big part of my life path is to understand media and to share it with all of you out there. And that is why I'm on this platform, YouTube, because it is something that can really shift humanity. And I have more to say about that, but we're putting it together as we go here. So the muse, your soul is on fire. You are researching, you are leading your own metamorphosis. And this is how we are getting you into balance. Your soul is going to shine, because you're going to get that yin, that empress, to balance out with that yang. Right? And we also have the 1 and the 5, the magician and the hierophant. So that is balancing your own inner magic with the traditions. Okay. So the distraction of shiny things, you are walking to the beat of your own drum, because you are doing the research. You are drinking in a world of knowledge, and you were able to see what really fires you up. What is really firing you up here. And so this soul, this shine that you have, is giving you this determination, and you are going to know what to cut out, what parts of this old story to cut loose, because you are getting a message of what love is. And it's going to come in a little bit slowly, one step at a time, but that's perfect, because a plant takes time to grow. And this is going to slowly grow your communication and confidence. Look at this skull. It is so cute. And so as you grow a little bit at a time, you're going to get Your third eye is going to bust open. It's going to represent the sun, and it's going to give you more confidence. You're going to bloom and blossom a little bit every day. And this is because you are accepting help and guidance from the right places, right? This is this trickle here. And this guidance is going to free you from what has bound you. It's actually going to free you from the distraction of shiny things. So this goes here. It's going to allow you to actually dance and move. This guidance and help is going to clear it up. And so one way to use a platform like YouTube is to really pay attention to what makes you understand yourself better and free yourself up, and what is information that pulls you deeper into this tangle of needing to solve a problem that isn't there, right? A lot of things in our modern lives are things that have like theoretically they're solutions, but they actually are not solutions, and you need to cut them away. We got some vulture energy to support us here, purging, and we'll get more into the details there. And that purge is going to help you transform. This is beautiful. Lead your metamorphosis. We got that butterfly energy in there. We got the raccoon in reverse. I'm going to leave it upright, but basically you're going to be taking your mask off, my friends. You're going to be creating, and your soul is going to shine. And here we have the peacock, which, there's that like idea of peacocking. That's not what this peacock is about. It's the inside out that we've been talking about during this reading, where what you have within you is going to really shine. Your heart, your soul, it's not going to just be surface. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I'm so excited. That idea, the peacock is the perfect card to talk about what inside is outside and outside is in. It will transmute everything. Sorry, I got so excited that I'm stumbling over my words. I need to get some more confidence and communication here, my friends. This is all a journey. Okay, wow. Too many thoughts at once. The peacock. I know I wanted to look under here. Right, the magician, assimilating, bringing things together. Yes. So you are transmuting the world. You are transmuting the world. You are transmuting the story. You are taking it in and spitting it out. You are assimilating all of this information, and you are untangling yourself, and you are going to help to free others with the way that you see. Okay, so I guess we're going to give these messages maybe backwards, because we got the peacock first. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of everything. So what is inside is outside. Aesthetics are lining up. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that beauty resides within and extends outwards indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of self and others, right? So by accepting and seeing the truth, and it's making me want to assimilate, bring this back in here. Not knowing is true knowledge. To presuming to know is a disease. And right, so the peacock knows this, because it's you're healing yourself of what you think you knew. All of the stuff you've been taught in this life, it's well-meaning, but we live in a surface-based culture of control. And there is a certain level of freedom. Certainly, there are places on this planet that are far worse to live in day to day on a physical level. There is no comparison. However, we are in a culture crafted of this mental control. So you can't see it because you can't control. The funny thing is to see it is uncomfortable. So you have to be willing to be uncomfortable to assimilate, and this advanced level of acceptance of self and others right? A lot of what we've been taught is to not accept ourselves and others. We have to change. We have to fix. We have to do this. We have to become more mechanical. We have to be less human, less loving, more open to how business binds us. But like, what is that really serving? What is it in the service of? I believe in, dedication and work going towards important endeavors, but there's a lot of things going to unimportant endeavors that keep people completely bound. Okay, so when in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations, right? And there's a lot to digest these days. So to bring into balance, meditating on the navel. And this might seem counterintuitive in a chaotic world, but taking that time to bring this inner balance will change how you approach things. And the more people that can find that strength to get right within themselves, the more people are going to be able to actually come to the table in a peaceful, meaningful way. And we have a lot of air here in this reading. So this is a very air heavy situation, which means that the mind is highly involved. This is a lot about learning how to think. And underneath here, right, we had the magician. We are transmuting our thoughts. So that makes a lot of sense. And actually, all of these air cards represent that. And then we have the one earth card, which is about flipping the old story here, my friends. So we have the raccoon, which is about masking, talented, shadowing, and hiding. So you've been hiding yourself, and I relate. I've been hiding myself too. This is an endeavor that I've been wanting to do for a long time, to speak my truth. And you could even say, because I'm not showing my face, perhaps I am hiding. But identity on the internet, it's not necessary for you to see my face to understand this message as what I have been told. And in fact, it could get in the way. So, but I am sharing myself authentically. So I guess that's a message to anyone out there that, maybe you don't want your day-to-day identity attached to everything you're doing. You don't have to. The messages can come out in an authentic way through a number of means. So you can free yourself from any worries of that. A lot of my favorite readers, I don't see their faces, but I can tell how genuine and authentic they are. Okay, raccoon energy is at play within all artists to a greater or lesser degree. And again, aesthetics, inside, outside. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness within a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? Am I ready to grow into something more? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. Okay. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. And so what this is telling me is, like, whatever this new work is, it's about self-expression. As you assimilate, you don't have to necessarily be putting your work out there. You can. But what this is about is you putting yourself out there to yourself. What parts of you are you masking from you? What dreams and desires, what parts of your shining soul are you covering, right? And to accept help and guidance in uncovering the self. Okay, cool. Let's look at the butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation. Yes. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships. Or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time. especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, or prayer done at the same place and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. When in balance, cheerful, graceful. When out of balance, fragile, frustrated. To bring into balance a daily routine. And for myself, I used my reading for myself as a big part of my daily routine. And when I didn't do that, it crumbled. So, and I will be starting to talk more about how I use tarot to heal and integrate what I was going through. So if you're curious about that, post it in the comments and I will know to get on that sooner than later. I mean, what you folks are interested in and what's resonating is going to shape how this channel grows in a large way because it's new, and I'm very receptive to who's out there. I'm very curious and would like to know what's on your minds. I trust that the people that are attracted to the messages that I'm putting out there are a part of this energy collective of people that are ready to start to see through the illusion and work together on this planet on a whole new level. And with that in mind, it's always so silly. Click that like button, subscribe, share it with a friend, leave a comment, get in on this. There's, all of that is free and easy to do. And it's like it will start to build this energy of transformation. You absolutely matter. You matter so much. I can't even tell you. And your presence on this planet is beautiful and like impossible not to be. Like, you are irreplaceable. Okay. So let's talk about the vulture, my friends. The guardian and purifier essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystems and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. Yes, and starting to see your life, how it's unfolding as a journey, as a warrior hero's journey, where everything is a part of that process of growing and becoming. And so when in balance, this vulture will clarify and reveal wisdom. And the wisdom of how things work, right? The things that we call ugly in this world are beautiful, but look different than what we want to, market. Perhaps there are things, something like the vulture, there's, how do you monetize that, right? So it's just we're gonna downplay it. We're gonna push away from it. Okay, so when out of balance, dramatic, aggressive. To bring into balance, clean your space and sage. So I know for myself, I was going through a sticky period and, my kitchen was a mess. Everything was a mess. And I know that that's a reflection of my state of mind. But I've gotten to the point in my life where it's okay. Sometimes we have to pass through that portal of change and discomfort, and it's messy. Messy is not bad because the vulture is going to come through and clean it up when it's time, right? Let the carnage happen. Let the transformation happen. Right? The butterfly liquefies. Like the caterpillar liquefies to become the butterfly. The raccoon is creative and so intelligent and also like very clean in their own right. They're the kind of creatures that like to wash their hands in their food, but like in the environment that they're in, like they are scrounging. We're all scrounging. And then we feel ashamed. So we mask ourselves, but to scrounge in a scroungy place makes sense, right? And so then we have the peacock, which is really where this is all like heading to, right? This idea of what is within radiates without. And any kind of shallow beauty will erode rapidly and it will destroy what's around it. So cut out that kind of stuff from your life. Be confident in your inner beauty. That is the message that I have for today, my friends. You're magical. Until next time, like, subscribe. See you soon. Bye.